Hey everyone, I want to introduce you to the Evans DB1 low volume drum heads and also the Evans low volume cymbals. So let me just give you a quick little tour here and a look at my practice / teaching and online teaching kit. The bass drum as well. Okay, so these will reduce the sound of your drums by 80%. It's quite shocking, actually. I've been trying a lot of alternatives for many years, and just up until recently when Evans told me about these amazing drum heads and the cymbals, I'm actually quite blown away. You can see that the batter heads here of the toms, they look different than your old regular kind of mesh head. And the snare drum actually has like a mylar, like a vented mylar head underneath the mesh, which actually creates a really cool sound. My snare is off right now. I'm going to give you guys an audio example in a few minutes, but right off the bat, you can see that that's giving me that rattle sound, okay? And the cymbals are really cool. I love the black, looks so deadly. 14-inch hats, 16-inch crash, 18-inch crash, 20-inch ride. So amazing, okay? And they bring the volume right down. And 10-inch tom there, 12-inch tom, 16-inch tom, 22-inch kick. And these come in all common sizes, you know, so you can always check the website, diodario.com, and check out more of the size options. But I love having these on my acoustic kit. It's a really great alternative to making your neighbors happy, I guess, because I live a cotton ball throw away from my neighbor, and I'm on this kit 4 to 5 hours a day sometimes. So I want them to love me, and I, want to keep it that way. So right now I'm going with these heads, the Evans DB1s. Let's check out how they sound, and I'll explain a little bit more as we go through this video. Okay, so here we are to talk about the Evans DB1 drum heads and the quiet cymbals by Evans, and these are great for practicing. Like, I mean, I can actually have my acoustic kit set up and feels like I'm playing on a real drum kit and still keep my neighbors happy. So I want to demonstrate the sounds without the triggers. You'll notice that I have these Yamaha triggers on here. Right now the volume is turned off, so we're not going to hear the sound of the trigger. The cool thing about these heads is the way they've been designed by Evans and Diodario is you're actually getting a lot of resonance from the bottom head. So you're actually getting a tone. It's not just a flat mesh sound. You actually get a tone. Kind of reminds me of early Terry Bozzio sounds with his old kit. And of course you can tighten them accordingly to your playing, so whatever feels right. I have these pretty much tensioned the way I would have real heads tensioned, okay? And the bass drum, I've got a couple things in the bass drum, so the bass drum is pretty quiet, pretty thumpy. Obviously the bigger bass drum you have and less stuff in it, you're going to get some tone, okay? As I mentioned earlier, the snare drum has this mylar vented style of head underneath this mesh. My snare drum is off right now and I don't turn it on. So that's what you would get when you put these heads on your kit without any kind of triggering. So if I played with the cymbals, let me just show you the cymbals for a second. So the hi-hat, 14-inch hi-hats here. I love the black. The black is just so cool. 18-inch crash, you know. There's a 16-inch crash up here. So you can hear it as a higher pitch, right? Of course, fully chokeable, right? And then ride cymbal, I actually did put an EQ pod underneath this just to calm it down a little bit. You can do that if you like, so I use one of these Evans EQ pods here. A little bit brighter without it, right? And just for sound difference, probably when I'm playing and talking while I teach, I put it on the inside of the bell there. If I really wanted to get that bell playing a nicer sound, I'd take that pod off there. But for now, that's the sound. So here's the sound of the kit with no triggers on. 1, 2. I think that's actually pretty cool because it feels like I'm playing a real kit. The nice thing is if I put some headphones on and I play along to some music, I don't even hear the sound of the drums anyways, but it feels like I'm playing a real kit, so it's wonderful. Now, for those of you that have electronic drums and want to maybe not use the electronic drums, but use the module, and you have some triggers, I've triggered every drum here. The cymbals, of course, are not triggered, but the snare drum, the small tom, the mid tom, and the floor tom, and of course my bass drum. So, snare drum, that's the sound without the trigger, without. Of course, I went and I set up my favorite sounds. I'm going to turn this up. Listen to this. Here it is without. I got the sound coming through the speakers. If you don't have speakers, put on your headphones. It actually sounds really amazing through the headphones. The tom, you can really hear that difference, right? Without. So that's the option. Mid tom, floor tom, and of course the kick from this to. So that's your option, right? So I'm super impressed. This is incredible because I have the option of both. And like I said, if I don't want my neighbors to hear anything at all, and I'm running the triggers, I can turn the masters off, put the headphones on, play some music, and really hear that sound inside my headphones. But if you don't have that option, this sounds so great. And I like the fact that I'm actually getting a tone from my drums, which is super important. It feels good. They sound cool. It's a brand new thing. Evans DB1, the Evans low volume cymbals. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Check them out and go buy some.